Sometimes God ruins your plans so you don't end up ruining yourself. For a lot of us, 2025 was a year of learning, a year of going through hardship after hardship, lesson after challenge after obstacle. And if there's one thing that I know, you grow through what you go through, right? And so I think it's a great thing to be able to go through hard things, because when you make it out to the other side, you're stronger, you're wiser, and you're better off. With that being said, I wanted to share my lessons from 2025, starting with fail often, fail fast. There's a saying that goes, imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. And that's true. You learn more about your failures than you do about knowing everything, right? Because if you know everything, there's nothing to improve. If you fail, then you know what doesn't work, and then you can try again. And for everything that you're trying to go for in this life, you have unlimited shots. So might as well fail, then learn. And then with each thing that you learn, you're gonna be that much better, and you're gonna know what not to do. And eventually you're just gonna have everything that you're supposed to do, and you're gonna win. So fail often, fail fast. It's part of the process. Embrace it. Keep going. Keep failing. Fail forward. Cool. The next lesson is bad things will happen, but it is still your responsibility to pick yourself back up. Everyone's gonna be tested. Everyone's gonna go through things. No one is gonna be there all the time, and so it is your duty to pick yourself back up. It is your duty to make sure that you're okay. It may not be your fault for whatever bad thing you're going through, but it is always your responsibility to be able to get yourself out of it, whether it is by yourself or with the help of other people. The next lesson is your life is blessed the moment you decide to notice it. A lot of times we're going through this life and we are so fixated on the things that we don't have, on the goals that we're still achieving, that we're on the way of accomplishing, that we forget to notice the things that we already have, the things that we've already been blessed with, the things that maybe aren't that obvious to us, but we just failed to acknowledge it, and we tend to take it for granted. There's a reason why people who have less than us are that much happier and content and grateful for life, because they understand the weight of it. They're cognizant of the blessings that they have in front of them. Of course, it's normal to want things, right? It's normal to have aspirations, to always be looking for the next thing. Those are normal things, but it's also in our control to be content with what we have right now while still trying to go get those things. So a simple life hack is just to take inventory of everything that you have already, whether small or big, new or old, because even every single breath that you take is a blessing. Every single time your heart beats, it's a blessing. And those are things that we take for granted because we don't really think about it. Understand that you are blessed more than you could even think. So choose to notice it more. Choose to notice it every day. That way you can find contentment in every day, not just in the days where you win big. The next lesson is you gotta pay the price for the impact that you want to make. This one's tough because it forces you to confront the things that you've been avoiding. There are things that we have to confront about ourselves. There are things that we have to do, hard conversations that we have to have in order to get that thing that we want, in order to serve people, in order to have the impact that we want to have on other people. And that comes at a price. Everything that we want comes at a cost. So when you think about growing, you need to be uncomfortable. And so the price that you have to pay for growth is being uncomfortable for a season. If you want to lead and be a good mother, a good older sister, a good teacher, a good person of authority, you have to pay the price of being vulnerable, of going first, of leading by example, of not knowing how it's going to turn out, but being brave enough to try, being brave enough to lead whoever it is that you are taking care of. And so if there is anything that you care about and you're passionate about and you truly cannot see yourself not doing, see what that price is, see if you're willing to pay that. And if you are, then pay it and don't look back, because it is in that decision that will determine whether or not you're going to achieve that goal of yours, to have that impact that you want to make. If you're not willing to pay the price, okay, so be it. That means you don't really care about that impact. But if you are willing to pay the price, then pay it and don't look back, because you're moving forward anyway. And for the last lesson of 2025, sometimes God ruins your plans so you don't end up ruining yourself. This one's a pretty interesting one, just because this applies to every single one of us, right? Whether it is friendships or relationships or career or just life decisions in general. A lot of times we write out the pros and cons of each and we're like, this has so many pros, it's gonna go this way, and it doesn't happen. And in the moment we're like, what went wrong? We played it out and it made so much sense, but it didn't work out. And God knows best. we really don't know the wisdom behind it. But a lot of times later on in life, we're able to see in hindsight why it didn't work out, why we didn't get that person, or why we didn't stay friends with that person, or why we didn't have that career or that opportunity, or we didn't move there, or we didn't get that thing. A lot of times that kind of makes sense later on, but in the moment it doesn't make sense. And when I read that, it put a lot of things into perspective for me, because it's true. There are things that we know nothing of. There is wisdom that we don't gain till later on. But if you're not getting what you want right now, there's a reason for it. Sometimes it's just delayed. Sometimes it's really not the best for you, but you have to trust God's plan for yourself, and you have to trust your own path as well. As long as you keep doing the good work, as long as you put your best effort in, as long as you prioritize your morals and your values, you have integrity, you're a kind person, you are honest and humble and empathetic towards others and whatever else you care about, just being a good person and doing good work, you will be okay. So if you want to make the most out of this next year, take the lessons that I've learned, the ones that I just shared right now, and really take it as your own. Because when you know these things, you're going to be that much better off. You're going to have better perspective. You're going to have a better frame of reference. You're going to understand why there are seasons of obstacles and challenges and things that you don't want to have happen, because it really does better your character, and it equips you with skills and knowledge that you are gonna be better off with anyway. These lessons also help you to stay grounded and grateful no matter what season you're in, and above everything, to keep trying, to keep pursuing everything that you want out of this life, to be true to yourself, to find your people, to embrace who you are and not let people define that for you. So pursue yourself relentlessly, honor who you are, have the courage to be you, and everything will pan out how it's supposed to.